Hey y'all, what's good? It's me, Majora, out here today for a little bit of Table Topics, a series where I invite you, the viewer, to participate in some gaming related question. I also invite you to do it in video response fashion. If you do it and you let me know, I'll go ahead and add it to the playlist Community Table Topics. Last time I asked you about memorable gaming characters, and we got two great responses. One from Terry309, who does a nice little deep dive into why generic preconceived characters don't necessarily make for the strongest protagonists, and also why character customization is equally important.
Now, I'm not saying that it's wrong to have predefined characters. I mean, as I say, Ryudo from Grandia 2 is a predefined character that I like, but characters like Ryudo are very few and far between. Many protagonists in JRPGs especially are just really generic, heroic characters who are always nice and righteous and pure, and I'm just not into that.
And then we got a triple pack response from the SNES Mapper that responds to the last three Table Topics questions on memorable gaming characters, video game protagonists, and non-white gaming characters, with a special analysis into Kazuma Kiryu from the Yakuza series. Take a look.
I do have to agree with Teddy that he is a very good protagonist and also a memorable character. And the reason being is I really like the array of personalities and of personalities that Kiryu has in the games. You know, he can be a very tough, obviously, you know, being a Yakuza, you know, very aggressive, very violent person, using brute force sometimes to solve things. But at the same time, you can also see his compassionate side, you know, in games like Yakuza 3, you know, where he's part of that orphanage that he runs. And you can also see his silly side, you know, mostly through like side missions in the games, you know, the mini games or like the party games that, you know, like the karaoke, for example, which is kind of like a staple of the series.
Damn, were my last three Table Topics really about gaming characters? Well, I guess I like my characters. But don't worry, I'll take a little break from that today. I actually feel like I haven't done a Table Topics in a hot minute, and I haven't. I actually tend to schedule my videos ahead of time, and I try to do one of these a month. And I really tried to just sit on this and make sure I'm not doing just another video on, you know, characters, because I want these to be significant questions that you can kind of open up with and bring your own experience into. And I'm definitely happy with the responses. We had a lot of great responses. If you haven't seen any of them, I highly encourage you to check out the playlist and take a look at what some people were coming up with. I'll have it linked in the description as well as the top right corner. Is this my right? This is my left. So I hope it's your right. It's your right to check out the videos at your own discretion. But today's, I've been thinking about something recently. So with, coincidentally, SNES Mapper and also BioPhoenix and Spencer from the Itch Network, we mapped out Ocarina of Time on the button mappers. It was a 3-hour video, definitely a classic, and I highly encourage you to check it out if you like the game and you want to hear our opinions on it. But that was almost like a dream come true for me, because I love that game, because I played it since my childhood, and it means a lot to me. And one reason that it means a lot to me is because I play it every year. I play this like just about annually. There might be like some years in between that I missed it, but I've always found ways to enjoy it. I've enjoyed it on the 3DS, where I've, you know, played 3 files. I've enjoyed dabbling in Master Quest mode on the 3DS. I enjoyed playing it on the GameCube, and I played on the N64. I played on the N64 last time. I did a 3-heart run on my channel. You can check it out on my playlist. I love the game, and it begs the question of like, what makes a game enjoyable after you've already beaten it? Now, you can point to certain things, but I really am interested in your perspective with games that you've done this for. Granted, you know, there are some games I have played over. Maybe I did it for a YouTube video to get footage, or maybe I did it because I wanted to get some more trophies in it. But I don't necessarily think that those things equate to enjoyment. For me, I can appreciate Ocarina of Time for multiple reasons. One is that you can add an enhanced level of challenge to it. You know, like for me, I did the 3-heart run. That gave me a lot more enjoyment.
Oh shit! No! I thought I had the bow strapped. Ah! You're done, Bongo Bongo. You are so done. I'm getting you. I'm getting you a birthday present, and it's coming in the form of an eye shot. That was bad. I could have finished that better. But you know what? You're gonna die. You're gonna die, you bongo beating bastard.
Also, when you look at some of the remakes and remasters, they offer you new, improved ways to enjoy the game. With the 3DS remaster by Grezzo, a lot of the textures were repolished. The 3D feature made it look great, and the Master Quest mode was different than just inverting the layout. They actually added new challenges inside of the dungeons. Also, recently, with the most recent playthrough I did, I tried to get as many of the golden sculptures as I could, which is a nice collector's feat. It doesn't really do much for you in the game, but it's an added way of encouraging exploration in the game. I think when a game naturally encourages you to see it through, but also when some of the new versions of it improve the game in significant ways, that is a very effective way at encouraging enjoyment after the fact. So what do you do then with a game that doesn't have any remakes or remasters? Well, I have an example for you. And this is actually a game that it was the first platinum trophy I got, and a couple people requested videos on it, on like my experience getting a platinum trophy. I'm not exactly here to talk to you about that, but more so like why I still enjoyed this game even after the platinum trophy. Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. Now, I enjoyed Yooka-Laylee. I was a Kickstarter backer of that game, and conceptually it meant a lot to me. This game possibly means even more. This is more of like a Donkey Kong Country, if you will. And each level is so well distinguished from the previous ones, different soundtracks, different gimmicks in each level. And in addition to that, there's a second phase for every level. I really like the soundtrack. Grant Kirkhope and David Weiss are just some of the most charismatic musical persons I know in video gaming, and I love the work that they did in this game. I also love that this game gives you different cosmetic changes for each level. So for instance, like these are optional, by the way. There's something called a tonic, and before you go into the level, you can equip up to 3 tonics. And with the tonics, you could do things for, you know, gameplay changes or like cosmetic changes, and they may or may not affect the number of collectible quills that you get in the level, but they also can change the overlay. I know for me personally, I would like to maybe experience the game with like the dark mode, like where everything's kind of shadowed, and it's like maybe a more challenging experience. Or maybe I want to do it in grayscale, like where it looks 90s, like a vintage VHS tape or something. The fact that that's included in this game is just beautiful, and the fact that the game is also enjoyable on a surface level without any of that is like key to why this game is so playable in the first place. This is a star title. If you are into 2D platformers, this is a must try. So that's my response as to what makes a game enjoyable after you already beat it. I'm curious to hear what you came up with. Do a video response if you're up for it. Let me know you did in the comments below, and I'll happily add it to the playlist. And also, if you want to just do it in the comments, that's fine too. I might not get back to you right away. I am doing this kind of digital declutter where I'm trying to step back from some of the social medias and technologies in my life. But I'm really happy about how Table Topics is going. I think I'm getting a lot of great responses from you guys, and I think the topics are very interesting, especially hearing your responses. Also, I opened up Ted's Rec Room. It's my second channel where I talk a little bit more about like digital declutter and also dabbled around with this bad boy right here. So you can check that out if you want here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all soon. Java T, out. Naruto fashion.